Good evening.
Hey everybody, we are live.
What is that?
Are you what?
We are live. He's got that surfer mojo going on right now.
Oh.
It is 5 o'clock here on the West Coast. A very nice 89 degrees was our temperature today.
Even though you had me turn the air on.
Yeah, because it got a little bit warm there. But that's unheard of for us in August. 89 degrees today and tomorrow. But 8 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock Central. Somewhere else is another time. I don't know.
Wow.
But we have our cruising show tonight. We are very excited. We got a lot of people that are popping in that we can already see already. So thank you guys so much for joining us, because we know there's always other options out there for you guys to do. And it's not always about Derick, but...
No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Take that off.
I'll do it. I was waiting for Gregory to say something about it, but no, but...
Get off yourself.
We want to welcome everybody into the show. We do have in the green room waiting. We provided them with a drink, so they're okay for a little bit. We have ChadCruisers. Yep, we have Brad and Chris, so always fun when they are on our show, and we're looking forward to talk about our biggest cruise mistakes, or if Greg doesn't have them.
There's some doozies.
Greg had like a potty problem that he had on going to the buffet, but we'll talk about that one later. No spoilers right now. We'll hold back on that.
Going to the buffet with a potty problem?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I'm not even going to go there.
It's a teaser is what it is.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining us tonight. You want to bring on our... Let's do a chat check. So
well, let's just bring in
all right, bring on the boys.
Hey,
look at you guys all decked out today.
Dilly.
Cheers. We made the D&G. Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, Nick, you are so awesome. Here is to help with a
Oh
new
my
cruise
gosh,
mistake.
thank you. Oh, it went up. Can you drag it back?
Yes. Out with the crew, or diapers for the buffet when you can't make it to the bathroom.
That was a joke. It never happens.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
You can't prove anything.
This is a dark.
Thank you.
Nicky Poo. His name is Nicky Poo.
That's why.
Nicky Poo.
This is a D&G version of the.
Who needs the diapers now? No.
All right, Greg. Chat check brought to you by More Sunshine, please. More sunshine, please. More sunshine, please.
Oh my gosh, you got to come up with something better than that. At least say where the sun never sets or something.
Where the sun never... I don't know.
Right, so we have Cheap Meal Food Cat, Pepper Tree Villa, Nicholas Anderson or Nicky Poo, Anthony Simone, Make It Blue, a Disney Adventure, Mary Ellen Dillon.
Rachel, in the dark.
Rachel loves Disney. She's in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
I hope you have a flashlight at least. Excuse me. I'm sorry you're in the dark. We got Rachel loves Disney, Innocents Abroad, Always on the Move with Josh.
Ooh.
Eva Marshall.
Hey, Eva.
Tequila Queen.
Bob.
Robert from Life with Favor.
Robert.
And we got Bradley O'Brien.
I don't know who that is.
I am just going through this. Nick Roca, Chris and Jen. Hey guys.
Hey, Nick.
Sorry, Will Cooper, Tiffany Peacock, Nathan's Boat Reviews, Christopher Food, Wanda. It's Joey's World, MGM Family Travel, Pam's Fam, Scott Bender, Just Noah's Adventures, Alfred. Oh, I'm gonna butcher that. Hud Servinsky. I'm sorry, I tried. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And thank you again, Nicky Poo, for the super chat. Life is good today. Hey, Ronnie and Alma. Am I missing anybody?
So did you say NYC Rocks?
Jonathan Chong. I haven't gotten down there. Tiffany Peacock, NYC Rocks.
Hey, Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn. Frank.
Bob and Ashley. Jim from More Sunshine, please. Where the sun never sets. Michael Reel.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Katie Burr. James Ryan. I think I'm almost at the end here. Eva Marshall, Eva, Maddie Medeiros,
Maddie and
Hey,
Scott.
Maddie and Scott.
Did I say Life Adventure Show? Hey, Tammy, Life Adventure Show. Papa Mozo, welcome.
Hi, Moto.
You're feeling a lot better today. And I think Jonathan Chong, the Down Under Cruisers.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Madera Cruisers.
Yeah, good morning.
All the way from Australia.
Good morning.
And
Morning for them. It's 10 o'clock.
It's early there.
I think that's it. I think we got everybody. If I missed anybody, I apologize.
Thank you, guys.
Welcome.
So while we have Papa Mozo in here, just wanted to have you guys. He's been feeling under the weather
You
lately.
should be resting. But
Yeah.
Thank you for saying hi.
But prayers and positive thoughts out to him, you guys. Keep him in your mind. He's not doing too well right now. Papa Mozo is an amazing individual. He has his own YouTube channel and he does short 5-minute videos. The one thing that he requested that we asked tonight is he will be doing them soon when he feels a little bit better.
Yep.
So give him some love, support. Check out his channel, subscribe to it. It has some really good messages. So Papa Mozo, thank you so much for joining us tonight and hope you feel better real soon. We have, as I said, we have a cruising show tonight. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. It's going to be our biggest mistakes, 5 biggest mistakes that we've made on
Hey,
the
Q's
cruise.
Cruisers.
Welcome. But some other news that just popped up today, CLIA just announced that all cruises have been canceled through October 31st. And so many people, unfortunately, were on a huge group cruise on the Carnival Breeze. I think it was going out on the 26th of October.
Oh, wow.
That has been canceled as
So
a
now-
bunch of other ones. So
They're all going to have to either take an option of switching or get their money back or something.
yeah, there's always a few different
That's a
options
lot.
that the cruise lines have been offering, but it has been extended again. I know that's been hot and heavy in the news this afternoon. But that's
Hot and heavy.
hot and
okay.
heavy. Yeah, whenever there's some big changes.
Don't know if I would have used that, but okay.
Belt or something. Hot and heavy.
But, on some other news.
Oasis for us, October 25th gone, NYC Rock said.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they've had so many cruises canceled. NYC Rocks have.
I don't know why they just don't say to the rest of this year, because I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be, unfortunately.
Well, when we do go cruising again, it'll be very interesting to see what the cruises will look like. NYC Rocks have been releasing, they've just done 2 of them. It's the Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas.
Hi, Jenny H.
And been really enjoying her vlogs. But when I'm watching it in my mind, I keep thinking, how different will this be when cruising goes back to it? And I'm starting to look at it differently. Okay, I noticed there's no social distancing going on. No one's wearing masks.
Hey,
So,
Lolita Loca Cruising. What's
welcome,
up?
guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how that will all play. I haven't watched our Disney fantasy vlog yet that we're probably going to be working on in about 2-3 weeks because there's some other videos that we want to put out. I'm wondering if I'm going to have that same thought as I'm editing those videos to see how different cruising will be in the future. So it will go again. I'm positive. I hope it goes through this year, the beginning of this year, it will continue this year.
Did it freeze again?
No, it isn't. So we'll see.
Make
We'll see what happens.
Make It Blue said, D&G Explorers, be warned. Carnival was taking money from us when we paid for it. Be careful, everyone. Does she mean from next year?
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there he goes. That's it right there.
Hey, See the World with Chris. How you doing? Oops, why is Siri coming up?
Because he said Chris.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
Hi, Siri.
In other news, if you guys are familiar with the Disney Cruise Line blog, it's a site that I like to use when I'm planning to go on a cruise because there's a lot of information on there for Disney ships. Now, this is all for Disney. What I like to do is look at the old,
Hey, Laura Barnett. Welcome.
I'm trying to remember what they even call them now. My mind went blank on what they call them, but they're
Can't help you 'cause
basically,
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's what they put in your room daily to let you know the events that are going on.
Oh, an agenda?
Yeah, but they call them something. Every cruise line calls them something different.
Princess Platter.
For some reason, it just went into my mind.
Schedule,
Yeah, well,
as the
No,
old
it's all
British say, the schedule.
but I like to, if I'm planning a cruise, the cruises are pretty much the same year to year. Like, for example, when we were planning the Star Wars Day at Sea, I was able to look at it from the previous year to see what they were doing on specific days.
Navigator, Pepper Tree Villa
Yes, there you go.
says.
Personal navigator.
Personal navigator. Nathan's
thank
Boat
you.
Reviews, welcome.
So I
Disney
use that.
Nerdherders.
I use that site to help plan. Well, on there, they actually show video of the Disney Wish. So it's in a dock in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you want some information on that, Disney has not announced that the ship has been delayed and for how long.
Well, I did see, I think I saved it, but it was on Facebook and they showed it being built and they only had like half of, like, from the ground up and then out,
Yeah.
like not even
still
half
covered.
of it. So
And
you
then
can see like the inside of it and everything, but it has a ways to go.
so there was some delays that they're pretty sure it's going to be hit. And then that shipping yard is going to be closing for 6 weeks. So that's going to be a while that I don't know how long it's going to be delayed. Originally, it was supposed
Gives
to
us time to go on the Wonder. We haven't done that one yet.
originally, it was supposed to be delivered to Disney at the end of 2021, with the first cruise going to be sailing early January 2022. We are looking at going on another cruise now on the Royal Caribbean in February, the beginning of it, because we figure the Disney Wish, which we want to go on, won't be ready to possibly April. So we're looking at changing our cruise that got canceled, just shifting it over, or not really shifting, but using cruise credit to get a Super Bowl cruise in February 2022. So a lot going on, but Disney has not announced yet when the Disney Wish is going to be available to, well, they said at the end of this year, you're supposed to be able to start booking on it. We'll see when that actually happens.
Papa Moses said, if I'm able, Mommy Mosa and Papa Mosa will be on the February 20th panorama. Chris Burnett has the same 23rd birthday. It's already paid in full. Well, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mom. My mom just came in.
Disney Nerd Herders, I know you guys are going to be on your way to Disney World starting tomorrow. So be safe. Have fun. I hope you guys get a chance to meet up with a lot of people down there. But hope you guys have a great time down there.
These comments aren't moving.
It's because we have to.
So I have to, like, look over at my phone here. Make It Blue said, our rescheduled our rescheduled cruise sent new reservation number and didn't see that we already had money from a previous cruise and won't apply it even though we have bank statements and email documents. Oh, wow.
You have Laura Barnett and Chris Barnett is here. See the World with Chris.
Yep.
And then you also
Shawana
have,
Creative Circle, welcome.
The our chat is a lot delayed from what this one is.
That's
This
why
is a
I'm
lot
looking
quicker.
at my phone because it's like scrolling.
Yeah,
so
ours is going to a little bit slower on that.
you need to get that magnifier thing that made everything look big so that you could see it better.
We do know that these guys are going to be announcing something pretty soon, but we don't want to spoil the fun for them. So something exciting from these guys coming up.
Well, you just spoiled it because now you gave a hint.
No, I didn't say that. No, it could be new underwear for all they know.
Wow.
We don't know.
Okay.
First time in 5 years.
ChadCruisers everywhere.
But that is one more park news. As we're in California and things are shut down, Marriott's Great America, is that what it is? Is it Marriott's Great America? It
When
used
you-
to be.
Are you talking about you're talking about the
The-
amusement park?
Yes, Great
Oh,
America.
yeah. It's called Great America. It's Paramount.
Paramount
though,
now.
I think.
That they are the first park to announce here in California that they will not be opening in 2020. So we'll see if any of the other parks will follow suit, like the Santa Cruz Boardwalk.
All of them are closed right now, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're not even looking at opening in 2020.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
can't see Disney opening till next
so
year because
we'll
they
see.
canceled all the holiday stuff. So
But they are the first ones, and I believe there's some other ones that they announced too, but the same owners.
hey, Katie Burr.
A couple of them are back east, and I can't remember what those names were on it. So it looks like some of these
like
parks.
Coney Island and stuff like that.
No, it's I've heard of one from because there's some
Busch
popular roller
Gardens.
coasters. No, nothing that big. There are some of the smaller ones, but they're still pretty good. They're smaller, but they're not
MGM,
to the
welcome.
level of the other ones. But okay, Katie Burr, if we haven't said hello, welcome our friend from Hawaii.
We have Excuse me.
That's
We
right.
have some mail really quick. This one's from Chris and Jen.
Who are in here. Hi, guys.
Yes, we met them on the Bliss.
No, we didn't.
Not the Bliss. It
Escape.
was the Escape. Sorry. So it says, "Hey guys, we hope you are well during this crazy year. We are a bit restless from not traveling, but otherwise healthy and fine. We want to give you this small gift we picked up this winter. We are a fan of this artist, and we're able to meet him at a festival. We were talking about his painting called Love Wins and how we really liked it. He shared with us that he painted this while he was an artist in residence at Disneyland." What?
You're fine.
Oh.
Just keep going. Don't want to mess your mojo up.
Once we found he painted it at Disney, we knew we just had to get it for you. We know art is very subject, so even if it's not your style, you can hopefully appreciate the thought. We figured we would be in California sometime this year and wanted to give it to you in person. Since travel is still on hold, we decided to mail it instead. We had a great time on our cruise last year and look forward to when we can see you two again. Take care, Chris and Jen. So we saw it and we're like, oh wow, that's interesting.
We're going to blow this picture up or our screen up. Sorry, guys. Back to the green room.
So this is the picture, and it says "Love Wins." So you can really yes, it does. Love is love. Sorry. Well, love does win. I think it's because I read it in their letter, but it's really, you could interpret this in so many ways. But it's kind of like the Day of the Dead kind of thing.
Yeah. And it's by David Lazo, I believe his name is.
So we thought it was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. I do like this. Is really cool. We're gonna find
very
a spot to
different.
frame this.
Yep.
It is. So thank you guys so much.
Yes,
that
thank
is
you.
awesome. It was great meeting you guys on the Escape. We also got in from KO Sketches. Kim sent us
our picture that she sketched.
Yep. So we got to frame this and put this away. So thank you so much.
Frame it and put it away. We gotta frame it and put it away. No one can see it, but it's in a frame.
Frame it and post it somewhere.
Oh my gosh. And I've only had a few sips of it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Captain Akron.
Welcome, guys. All right. Are you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right.
Excuse me. Chris and Jen said they are happy skeletons. I promise.
Oh, they're cool. I like them. They remind me of from the game DuckTales.
Jenny H said Coco-ish. We still haven't seen that movie. I don't know if I'm ready to see it because
Probably
I heard
not.
it's like a tearjerker,
A nice movie.
like every Disney movie. Huh?
It's a nice movie.
Yeah.
You need a box of Kleenex when you watch it.
Maybe I'll watch it closer to Halloween time because it kind of looks like that kind of a movie, but emotional. Thank you, Nikki Poo again.
If you
$1.99.
Aw, thank you.
I said wait for it.
If you guys have any experiences that you guys want to share, the ones in chat, please put them in there. I will, because on ChadCruisers, they were having some of the stuff posted. I will go over some of those comments. But for now,
Disney Nerd Herder said, where'd it go? Does that sketch come in Speedos or come on Speedos? Or I guess you meaning can you get it on Speedos?
Yes.
I don't think so.
we might be able to put the faces on each cheek, but we haven't figured that out.
So we are going to talk about 5 worst things that we've done on a cruise or that we've seen or heard about, however you want to do it.
Our learning mistakes, and we all have had them. It could be simple things. I would tell you
Some more than
probably
others.
none of ours have been major.
I think maybe one of mine was.
Was that the poopy accident?
No.
In the buffet?
That never happened.
I was gonna say that.
So we'll start. Why don't we go with Chris, and then we'll go with me, and then we'll go Brad, and we'll go Greg. How about that?
Okay.
Cool. So Chris,
I'll start. So my number one pick is overpacking, which I always do it all the time. I never learn from my mistakes. Because for me, I'd rather overpack than underpack. Like I have to bring my whole closet with me every time I travel.
You can never have enough shoes.
Especially with this guy, the shoes. So he has to have his whole bunch of Converse. So overpacking, number one.
how many luggage is like? What is your luggage like? Do you have like two each, or how many do you guys take?
We have the big Asia luggage, as I
The
call
big
it,
one.
the big one. They're like big for Asia, and they're full of clothes.
It's like Brad has one just for all his shoes.
Yes,
They're Converse. They fold up. You can put as many as you want.
because it's for us. It's just nice to dress up every day because we're always in a uniform in our job. So for cruising, it's our way of just like playing dress up. So I have to bring the whole closet with us every time we go cruising.
Yeah.
Really quick, we had spur marks, we had cargo,
Nautical Nurse Nancy.
nautical nurse Nancy, cheap meal food cat.
She was the first one to join us.
So welcome. I think we didn't miss anybody else.
Katie says even with one bag, I still overpack. The hardest thing is it depends where you're going to go, and it depends what cruise line. Because the one thing I like about Dizney is you can wash your own clothes when you're on the cruise, so you can wash them halfway and not have to take so much, and you can mix and match your clothes. But we found the same thing. But I'll get to that a little bit later on that. But it's interesting how people pack. We usually just take one luggage each because we don't want to pay for the extra, $50 for the extra
plus
luggage.
our
that you have to pay.
carry-on.
Yeah,
So like half our carry-on is for the rest of what we didn't get in our suitcase.
yeah. The problem is when you go home with souvenirs.
Yeah,
But
then you just
another
gotta
story.
cram everything in.
Or liquor bottles.
Number 5 mistakes.
You pack differently what you would do for the Caribbean cruise than you would for a Canadian cruise. So that makes it a little bit harder, and the time of the season that you're going.
So
So
a jacket or a hoodie or something like that.
or an Alaskan cruise, we're going to be packing differently for that. than we
Robert
would-
from Life with Favor said Alaska we really overpacked.
yeah.
So we'll have to remember not to do that when we go.
If I remember right, though, when they went, it was one of the earlier ones of the sailing season, and the ship they went on, the Carnival one, was really cool. But okay, that was a squirrel moment. All right, my number. Well, actually, we'll do that. I have a lot of them, but I'm gonna go. Which ones do I like better? I think one of the biggest mistakes we didn't learn at the beginning was there are Facebook pages that are dedicated for the specific cruise that you're going on. So why would you think that would be like a mistake? Is a lot of people don't even know about it. So people might have been on the ship before. So for example, on the NCL Escape, we joined that. You can meet some of those. It was through Cruise Critic, but there was a meet and greet where you could meet the people in there. Sometimes, like on the Disney cruise, that's how you get set up for when you do the fish extenders, which is like the little giveaway that you can have with cabins. But they're more of a help of maybe someone might be asking about a specific cruise port that they're not aware of, or maybe excursions, or how to transfer from the plane to their, just the different scenarios that maybe people who've never been on a cruise before might have not realized before. So I would say one of the biggest things that we learned is join the Facebook group specifically for the cruise that you are going on, or even like the ship, because they'll have like two different ones, one for the cruise and one for the ship. So that was one of our biggest learnings, or my biggest learnings, I would say. Brad?
With me now. All right.
Yay.
So Chris and I like to play in the casino, more so Chris. And one advice I'll give to casino players, don't use you know how you can use your sail and sign card or your room card, whatever they call it on different cruise lines. You can use that inside the slot machine to put $20 or $30. Don't do that, because you'll be surprised how fast that adds up. And then you get the bill, you're like, oh my God, how much did I spend?
You can't keep track of it, probably.
Keep track. So bring a set amount of cash that you're going to use on the slot machine. So let's say whatever is $100 or whatever you feel comfortable with. Bring that set amount of cash and put it in that way, rather than charging it to your room, because it can add up pretty fast. And you get the surprise at the end of the cruise, like, oh my goodness. But you can also pay your bill as the cruise goes along, like either through the app or Carnival has those kiosks so you can actually check. So, but yeah, don't, especially when you've been drinking, don't use a room card.
Why you keep looking at me for?
That's what they're hoping for. They want people to just forget and then be surprised with a bill.
The
So-
drink keeps coming.
Just
in the
another
casino.
$20. Just
The
another
drinks keeps
$20.
coming in the casino.
Yeah.
Or in the slot machine. So can I get you another drink, another drink, another drink?
And then you'll
I've-
say, I'm going to hit it big. I'm going to hit it big.
I've
you don't.
never gambled on a cruise ship yet.
I
Oh.
I won on the Escape. It was the first time I really played to any extent. And I only think I played like 5 games, but I ended up winning $497 total.
Wow, lucky you.
And that's taken away everything that I had put into it. So
Wow.
I was pretty happy.
I know some of the channels on here like to gamble on the cruise ships.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they can help
Nikki Pool.
future cruises.
Yes, Nikki Pool. Right there.
$2,000 casino bill. No thanks.
That's
Yeah. That was a good one. Greg.
Oh, Lolita Loca, don't forget to cash out before walking away from the slot machine. We learned that the hard way.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Jenny loves to. Well, both of them, Tony and Jenny.
That's
love
who I
to
was
play on that.
thinking of because she always loves to go gambling.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
mine has nothing to do with gambling. I think my worst one that I can think of is when I was trying to wash my hands and I was trying to find somewhere to wash my hands. I think it was on the Disney Dream, our first cruise ship, and there was a door
The
that.
toilet that you thought was a toilet? Or
No.
a water basin? Oh, no, never
Oh my
mind.
gosh!
Sorry, just kidding.
No, there was a door that I thought we could just go into, and it wasn't opening. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll just wait. And then so somebody went and opened it, but they had a special way of opening it.
Oh, that's gosh.
And so I went in there and I was washing my hands, and I was like innocent and everything. And then I realized I walked in on a private party that they were having, washing my hands, and the cast member said, "Sir, excuse me, this is a private function or party or whatever." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to wash my hands." So, yeah, it was like I was kind of embarrassed.
Yeah,
with
no,
that.
I forgot what Disney calls it, but it was their exclusive
Yeah.
area. With,
So I just walked out after I washed my hands.
and then he looked around and started like taking
No,
like the soap and all that.
they had like food and stuff there. I'm like, why? I should have just took some free stuff now.
All right, that's that was pretty funny when you did that. You were coming out there and you're all laughing.
Yeah, like this.
All right, so Chris, what other ones?
Mine, which I'm also guilty of, is time management. We're so fond of like flying the day of the cruise, and it's a big mistake
He is, not me.
because it's just wanna cut down to like saving, like no savings, like not paying for the hotel, this and that. And we kind of learned our hard way on our last cruise, February, because our flight, we took the earliest flight out of Toronto to Fort Lauderdale, but we were delayed for an hour. We thought we're gonna miss the ship, and we'll never doing it again. So make sure time management. Fly a day early if you can.
Not to mention, normally, if you try to fly the same day of the cruise, means you have to wake up at 4 a.m, get to the airport. Then the time you get to the cruise ship, you just want to go to bed. And the first day of the cruise is just like a write-off.
So it's not worth saving the penny.
I won't listen to him again.
And we fly from the West Coast to the East Coast. We've only sailed currently on the East Coast, so we have to get up like at 4 in order to fly out at 6 a.m. in the morning. So we have to fly in the day before because we won't get into the East Coast until like depending what city as late as 7 o'clock at night. So we definitely have to do that. And then on our one cruise on the Bliss, we had major issues where the plane wasn't working. And we were scrambling to try
Yeah,
to
we
find
weren't on
other
the
ones.
plane when it wasn't working.
Yeah, no, but they had a fly-in apart, which made it much better. They had to fly in another part, so
Hey, Roland John.
we weren't sure if we were going to even make. Yeah, we went the day before, but that was an exciting experience. And then we got there, and our luggage was still on the old plane.
Oh my God.
We had to
That's
fly back before the cruise left. We had to fly, go to the airport to pick up our luggage to then go to the
Are you
cruise.
serious? Oh my God.
Definitely going a day early to take care of all that.
Cheap meal food cat. We're located in the Central Valley in California.
Yeah, near Fresno. All right,
And I
so
think it's almost that time. We fly in the day before.
Oh, yeah,
All the
it is.
time my anxiety would kill me if it was the same day.
Anxiety.
you never know what can happen on there,
Oh, it's time.
and it went in silent mode.
It went in low mode.
It did. All right, guys, you know what that means.
It is time for the Spotlight Channel.
Brought to you by...
As my gosh.
Right.
They came prepared. That was pretty cool. It's like Men in Black.
Spotlight
Where eyes are okay.
brought to you by Greg.
MGM Family Travel, Lucy and Bill.
So thank you guys for sponsoring and getting us this amazingly bright
Yes.
spotlight, which is better than the one that wasn't as bright on it. So thank you guys so much.
And you left it on.
Our spotlight channel for the week is a friend that we have made a while ago. Has a great channel, and he has some really good videos that are coming out.
I have no idea who it is because you haven't told me.
Yeah, I did. You just,
No, you didn't,
you
actually.
you just forgot. You asked me that before we went live.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So our spotlight channel for the week is See the World with Chris.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
Awesome.
And he has, as cruising has been canceled, some of the alternatives that you can do is go to like all-inclusive resorts. The video that is shown here, if I can see it in a
He
different
just
screen,
got back from
the Fiesta Americano Condesa, an all-inclusive resort
Cancun.
in Cancun. So Nurse Nancy was also at this one. They've both been releasing vlogs on it, completely different styles, both very informative, give you a good insight of what an inclusive resort looks like. So with cruising being canceled, there's other options for you out there. And is this something for you? We actually have booked an all-inclusive resort in Cancun.
A lot of people are actually looking for all-inclusive things to go to now.
Just to get out. We're doing it on our when we would have.
They're doing it safely.
Yes. So check his video out. Check his other videos. Definitely subscribe to Chris. He's a great guy.
And anyone that's a creator, please put creator in the chat.
Yes. Anyone who is a creator, please
Check
put that in
each other's channels out.
Support each other. And thanks again, guys, for watching us, because we know there's other options that you have out there, and we really appreciate you guys supporting us.
Yes.
Marilyn, thank you so much for putting Chris's channel in the link. We really appreciate that. And right, is our spotlight channel for the week. There was a couple of other ones that were coming up here.
And who are we on right now? You just said something, so who's next?
It's me.
It's Derick, isn't it?
You already did it, didn't you?
No, Chris.
No.
Chris just
Oh, okay.
sorry, I'm looking at the comments real quick, guys.
I think we're good.
Yeah, there was something down there, and then I forgot, and I can't. It's gone too by. So sorry, guys. The comment. All right. How are we doing on time? We're about halfway through. Okay. I would say the first two cruises I've been on were 3-night cruises, and it's always, if you've never been on the cruise, you have a like a dilemma. What happens if I go on a longer cruise and I don't like it? What happens if you go on a short cruise and you love it and it ends too quick?
Then you get on another cruise.
So one of the things we did when we were on the 3-night cruise, we went on my first cruise in 1993 on Premier Cruise Line, which is not even in existence. It was the official cruise line of Walt Disney World at the time. They called it the Big Red Boat, for those of you that remember.
Marine photography.
And I don't really remember that much about it. Although one thing that I'll bring up a little bit later on it. But the Disney Dream we went on, and it's such a massive ship. We were on there for 3 days, and our biggest mistake was we did not see the entire ship. So there's so much to do on there. You have an excursion to Nassau. You had the excursion to the private island. We did not see the ship. So we started watching videos on things and like thinking that was on the ship. That was on the ship. That was on the ship. I didn't know they had that.
Hey, Carla McClendon.
We would say not taking advantage and exploring the entire ship, because each ship is unique. Even though they might have sister ships, they are unique, and take the time to explore it, because they have so many things on the ship that you might find enjoyable that you didn't know. So that was another mistake, I would say.
All right.
Right.
Sorry, Brad. Brad is the next one.
My big mistake that we made on the Carnival Conquest was not checking the stateroom locations before booking. because we ended up with a room right below the gym. And guess what we heard all day long? Was
Banging.
people dropping their weights, people on the treadmill, thud, 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 from 6 in the morning to 12 at night. So,
Oh no.
so we lucked out. We went down to guest services and said, we don't care. We have a balcony room. We don't care if we go back into an interior.
Just get us out
We don't
of
care
it.
where we are. We just want to have a quiet room. So can you please move us somewhere else? And there happened to be another balcony room a couple decks down that was open, and they moved us in there, thankfully, and then it was much better. So after that, I always make sure I check, okay, stateroom L251, and like, where is that and what's above it?
Yeah.
We had one time too on a princess ship where we were below the Lido deck,
Do the deck. Oh,
and then we heard the people
dragging their chairs.
dragging the chairs like first thing in the morning. And
Yep. We hear that a lot too.
so now we make sure when we book our room, we see where it is on the map, and making sure there's like no bars below us and nothing above us that's going to make any noise when we want to take a nap or go to
Yeah.
bed or wake up.
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's why because when we book cruises, I normally go all the way to the top. So I make sure I'm not below either with Princess, with the big ships, Marina, or Lido deck. I always go for like deck 10 or 11 to be safe.
Did you say hi to Carla yet?
Yes, I did.
Oh, hello, Carla. Again, sorry. Welcome again. Good, Greg. What is your one? That's a good one.
Another time was, I think it was our last cruise on the Fantasy. I was just out well, this isn't really my fault, but I was just out enjoying, looking out, and we were at the front of the ship, and there was a huge storm coming in, and I was out, towards the edge where the ship almost comes to the point, enjoying the wind blowing against me and just thinking, letting my mind wander. And I didn't realize that they were telling everybody to get back behind the glass barrier thing. So I'm just there doing my thing. And then one of the cast members came up and said, "Excuse me, sir." And I barely heard him because of the wind. And then he said, "We all have to get, in the back because of the weather or whatever." So it was like a huge storm coming in. So I'm like, why did you mess this up? I was enjoying it. I wasn't causing any problems.
He was having a Titanic moment. He was up there on that.
I'd have to be way up where the wires come down, cables and stuff. No, it was so nice, and I was just I was having my own moment. Why did you ruin it?
Welcome.
Jack, hold me, Jack.
But yeah, I guess you're not supposed to be there when it's like that. So I had no idea.
Welcome, Kev Star Travels. Tiffany Peacock, thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Yes, Nicholas. I was taking a pee overboard, and then it would splash in everyone's face because the wind would blow it outwards. So that's horrible.
All right, so let's move around to another one.
Thank you, Tiffany Peacock.
Another one, which biggest thing for us is going over budget. Like you're going on a cruise and you have a certain budget and you go on the ship and then, spa, it's a nice treatment, it's on sale, let's go for it. Next thing you know, shopping, let's go for it.
Or a watch.
Nick, alcohol. And at the end of the day, at the end of the cruise, look at your bill, it's like, wow, what's going on? So gotta make sure be prepared or just...
And sometimes the spa isn't like you can get better deals for massages back on land. So like sometimes you got to be careful. And they always try to sell you stuff at the end of the massage. You're nice and relaxed. And they're like, "Oh, here, have this cream, have this, have that." And you're like, "Okay,
sure."
So yeah.
Thank you, Marilyn. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. No, I just had a brain.
Well, and they also try to add things on, like when you go to the spas and stuff.
Yeah.
They try to add
That's what he was saying.
like packages and things. Yeah.
And I fell for it.
This guy fell for it.
Massage was so nice and so relaxed. I'm like, yeah, okay, just whatever, sign it.
Yeah, he fell for it too. And he hasn't even used it yet.
We bought some kind of cream to help
Body scrub.
Yeah, and it's still up.
But you can't put it in
It's
Still
still
there,
covered,
yeah.
isn't it?
Same.
Yeah, same with ours.
It's in the
It's still
bag.
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
you can't use it in your face because it's full of salt and stuff, and you'd burn your eyes, I guess. So, but yeah, it looks like it would be good to use. We just haven't used it.
Another mistake that I did, and this one wasn't really major, but we ended up if I did on things differently, we would have saved $100 on an excursion for both of us together, $50 per person. So it's not really understanding what you can and can't do with each individual cruise line, because Dizney, you do things a lot differently than you do with Norwegian. And I think Nick was saying that the reason why I was able to do this is because Norwegian offers free at sea. And one of the things you can choose is $50 off per stateroom if you do the excursions. That's one of the options. So we had that on the Escape. And I did not know that if you go to your specific cruise and they show excursions and you're able to book it, if you have the apparently if you have the free at sea with excursions, you can actually call them and say, I want to go on this excursion, and you won't get charged until you are on the ship. Whereas if you go and on the internet only, you don't have that option. You have to pay up front. We were in the process, I think we had booked 3 cruises. We didn't really have a whole lot of cash flow going on. So I procrastinated until I had a little bit more money. We went on, that's when we went on this is in Bar Harbor. We did the Acadia National Park with the lobster bake. It was $99, but they raised it to $149.
Oh, wow.
So if I would have known that I could have called, because I didn't find out until afterwards when I was talking to them, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do my excursions too, because I was doing the my dining restaurants. And I realized at that moment, wow, if I would have called them, I could have saved $100 from this excursion, because we thought $149 was too expensive. $99 would have been more realistic. So it's not really understanding what you can do with each cruise line, because they are different. That was mine.
All right.
All right.
Number
Back
3.
to me. So I'll say another one is not packing properly for the cruise that you're going on. So I'll give an example. We went to the Mediterranean on the Majestic Princess a couple of years ago, and we ended up in Kotor, Montenegro. So we went to Kotor. It's a beautiful port, and we're about to go on the tender boat, and it's pouring rain. And this guy doesn't want to go up because he hates rain.
I melt.
And we have no umbrella. So we have a t-shirt, shorts, and then no umbrella. I'm like, we came all this way, thousands of miles. We're going to see Montenegro. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it gets soaked. So we got across the shore, and we frantically looked around all the shops, finally found one that had an umbrella.
Cost me 15 euros for an umbrella.
Yeah, and guess what? Once he bought the umbrella, guess what happened? The sun comes out. So we wasted 15 euros. But
isn't that just your luck?
yeah. So next time we know now to pack a little small umbrella in our luggage in case it rains, so he's not going to have a fit about getting wet. So
I always do know.
So
always.
Pack properly. Sometimes we check the weather. I know the extended forecasts aren't always accurate, but we always check the weather and see what kind of weather we're going to get. If it says it's going to be a little chillier, we'll bring a little, like a hoodie or something, or umbrella just in case. Because you don't want to miss it, right?
Yeah, and usually at night on a cruise ship, you could always use a hoodie anyway. We always found that even in the middle of summer, you can use something like that.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. Nicky Poo.
You are awesome.
NCL All Free at Sea is ending 8/11. Book now if you want to take advantage of all the perks. Otherwise, it will just be a 1 to 2 depending on stateroom.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you. All right, Greg.
Somebody mentioned, was it Converse shoes? So mine is about shoes, because I bought these really nice nautical looking shoes, and they were the only ones left, and they were like one size bigger than what I actually wore, but I wanted them so bad because I thought these would look really cool on the cruise ship. So yeah, don't do that, because even though you like the shoes, I had to find ways to fill them in the back where my heel was, because they were rubbing up against the heel and eventually caused blisters and then bleeding and everything. So I've worn them through other trips also, and I've had to make like pit stops and find those pads that you put in back of the shoe, like they stick to it, and I had to like put them on top of each other just to make it thick enough so that my heel wouldn't be sliding in the shoe. So yeah, make sure no matter how much you like shoes, even if it's one size bigger, make sure you wear your size of shoes, because you could have the same issue I did.
That is very important. How many?
And it was not fun.
Yeah, we've had some friends that took brand new shoes with them to walk the Disney parks, and their feet were killing them, and they had blisters.
Yeah, you have to get new shoes anyway, but make sure they fit.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. All right, we're about 15 minutes from the top of the hour. Don't forget, we do have the ship show on at 9 o'clock, and also for the Disney side, we have this and that. So some great shows coming up.
Jonathan Chung said, bring waterproof shoes. I use Gore-Tex New Balance for traveling in Europe. I never heard of Gore-Tex.
I haven't either. Chris, what other one have you?
Next one is search your ports. Do a research on what's in the port. I think this one we did in I think it's Norway. We didn't search the port properly, thinking that all the excursions are far. So what we ended up buying an excursion from the ship. Then we got to the bus and we realized that everything that we wanted to see was around the area. So we could like save money if we just did our search on the port, that everything that we wanted was in the port instead of buying from the cruise ship excursion. Learned that the hard way too.
That is big. And you can miss out a lot of stuff, because when we were looking at the Canadian cruise, I wasn't finding a lot of excursions that I was really interested in. But then I did like walking tours. I punched in walking tours from the cruise port, and there were so many cool things that were there that were close by. So I agree. I went from a cruise like, oh yeah, we're going to Canada, that's cool, to being like really excited about what we were going to see there. So that makes a huge difference on that. All right. I don't know how much more we're going to do, so maybe we'll plan on one more after this.
Yeah.
One of the biggest mistakes we had is we talk about how different cruise lines do things differently. Not all cruise lines keep everything you book organized for you. So I have the Suhac binder that I like to prepare for the trip. But where it failed is we went on the NCL Escape, and the first day we went on there, we went and we booked the Big Top, the Big Escape. It's like the escape room that you go in there. We booked something else. I can't remember what it was. And they don't give you any. And also it was the wine tasting thing we did. Well, unless you keep the information they give you when you book it, they don't give you any other information. So it wasn't on our phone. It wasn't on the TV when you look up what you booked.
Oh, wow.
There's no information for it that said, this is what you booked. So it's up to you to remember that. We completely forgot about going to the Big Top Escape thing.
Hey, Kedstar Travels.
So the biggest thing is be organized enough and remember, like, if you have special events that you book, don't assume that they're going to show up on your TV screen. That is organized.
There was no reminder from the cruise ship?
There was no reminder on it. Yeah.
With Princess, they actually like remind you. They have like some notes. Leave it in your stateroom that, oh, tomorrow you'll be going. You have your, let's say, wine tasting, or you have this excursion book, this and that. So
Disney does do that, but I noticed the one thing with Norwegian, they did not do that. And I should have learned my lesson, because the Bliss, we did the same thing, but we remembered it. But this one, I didn't write it down.
Really quick, Cargo asked if our moose was surviving, and I didn't know what she meant at first, and asked if we put it together. Cargo actually gave me this really nice postcard for my birthday. Hope you have the best birthday ever. Love, Cargo. Happy birthday, Gregory. Love you both. And the moose, this moose, you can actually cut it out and put it together. But I don't think I want to take it apart, because there won't be hardly anything left, and I'd be cutting into your message and everything. So I haven't put it together, but it's still really cool. So thank you for doing that.
Aw, that's cute moose.
Yep. What were you covering?
Nothing. Don't worry. I'll tell you later. Thank you so much, Cargo. That's amazing.
Oh, okay. I know you're okay. Thank you, Cargo.
All right. So Brad.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yes.
Just to add on to what Chris said, one of mine was doing proper research on the shore excursions, because some of them will kind of spend a little too much time in gift shops. So you can actually, on Princess, you can actually see it's hidden, but you can go into where the shore excursion is. You can look at the details, and it'll tell you exactly how much time they spend at, let's say, a museum, statue, a certain attraction, then the gift shop. So some of them spend a little too much time like trying to sell you things. Like, so if you go through each excursion, you can really find which one's which, because we did a few we did one in St. Petersburg, and it was supposed to be a subway ride.
One
And
subway.
basically, it was like we took the bus to the subway and went one stop
He was so
on the
mad.
subway. And then we got out, and then we went to this Russian gift shop like for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like felt
A
ripped
waste
off.
of
Like
thing, yeah.
I thought we were gonna get a whole like
Subway ride.
grand tour of the subway system,
No,
but
it's
no,
one
it was just
subway.
one stop. So
And
live and learn.
And the thing on that too is what we do now when we look at short excursion, we go on YouTube and we type in what's on the short excursion to see what to see in the short excursion that was on the princess, like on the ship's description, so that you would actually have a virtual picture of what to expect, and the reviews on the short excursion.
Yep.
That's a good thing to do.
Hey,
You
you're
You
welcome.
learn your lesson as time goes by.
Wanda said, I think I drive Derick crazy with my research, but I think I'm just as
He
bad.
drives himself crazy with his research.
Yeah.
Very helpful. Do research. Very helpful.
Yeah. To me, it's just as enjoyable researching about what you're going to do beforehand or what is there than actually doing it. So he likes to be surprised.
Yeah, I don't like to
I
see
don't.
too much of what the ship looks like because I like to be surprised.
I hate surprises. It always backfires.
Greg, what is another one for you?
It's not something that I've actually done. Well, I'll say two things because we're pressed for time. But one is, and I don't even know if they're going to have this anymore, but with buffets, if they do have it, don't use your hands to take food from the trays.
Especially
Yes, especially now, if they even have buffets when we get back to all this. But I've heard horror stories, and I'm pretty sure I've seen people actually take stuff with their bare hands.
Little kids.
And it's like, that gives me like the willies. It's just like, I don't even want to touch anything after that. I don't want to eat around that area because you don't even know where they've been touching stuff. So there's that. And then, or even going underneath like the sneeze guard, where you're not supposed to go under because you're breathing all over the food and stuff. That's disgusting to me. Another thing is that when you do your excursions, always get them through the cruise ship so that you're not one of those people that I'm sure we've all seen on YouTube.
Yes.
They're running back to the cruise ship and they can't get back on the cruise and the ship leaves without them. So if you book through the cruise ship, they have to stay there and wait for you, even if you're late, because sometimes you have no control over that depending on what your excursion is.
Especially in Italy. So much
We've done an 8-hour excursion before, and we were lucky to get back in time.
Welcome, Rayleigh Creative Travel. And Roland says, once I saw someone using the drink soup directly from
Oh,
the butt.
no!
That's gross.
I would never eat soup at a cruise ship to begin with. I'm sorry. That's nasty.
Look at that.
Did we say that?
Yes, we did.
Okay, I wasn't sure. That's crazy.
And High Just No Adventures.
That
Yes.
is so funny.
All right, Chris. One last one.
Last one is for all the drinkers out there. If you know you're gonna drink more than maybe 1, 2, 3, or maybe 5 in a day, I'll suggest go for the drink package because it will save you a lot of money. Yeah, because for me, I keep telling people I don't drink, maybe 1 or 2, but at the end of the day, I find myself drinking more than the limit I could possibly have.
I can hear everyone at home saying, please.
I'm seeing all the vomit faces in the chat right now from your ladle story.
So get the drink package if you know you're having a more than maybe 5 drinks. And plus the drinking package now on every ship they offers coffee and other drinks like water, soda. So it's actually worth the savings.
Dilly Pepper Tree Village.
I think it depends because for Norwegian, I wouldn't buy it if I didn't have it as part of the free at sea where you're only paying for the gratuities. We had it on the Royal one. It was $51 a day, I think, or maybe it was $46. That wasn't too bad. But with Norwegian, it was like $97 per day.
Oh, a day?
A day. And that was too expensive. Yeah, too expensive. So we would have done it with the as part of the free at sea. Definitely, I would do it with that.
We got it on the Bliss, and we definitely made use of it. We drank more than what we normally do. So, but it was fun. And we were going to get the drink package on this coming cruise in September, but we got reimbursed for it already. They gave us our money back, and that would include water and everything. So, because we don't really drink. I mean, contrary to us drinking right now, we don't drink a lot. But when you're on a cruise ship and you have like one or maybe two a day, it would add up. So it would make sense to get the drinking package along with your coffees and your water and whatever else you want to drink.
And Marilyn had said that it includes more than just liquor on that. So I agree with that. For me, my first cruise I went on was a major mistake. I had Dramamine with me, but in the excitement of getting ready to go on the trip, I did not take it. And we left at 4:30. By 6 o'clock, I was throwing up.
Which cruise was this?
This is on the one in '93.
Oh, the big red boat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And every time I tried to take a pill, it decided it didn't want to stay with me that much longer. And literally all night long,
You're seasick.
I was bad. Most miserable night I ever had. We had an inside cabin. I would go upstairs, and it was hot because it was in the middle of summer. And then I was behind the smokestack, so I was getting the heat from that.
Oh, wow.
So I always felt like I was getting on that. Now I make sure, because you never know if you've never gone on a cruise before, you never know how you're going to respond to it. Now I make sure I have Dramamine even the day before.
And we always get
and go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say we always get a balcony cabin, and we're not near a smokestack or anything.
Does it even work? C-band? It works?
It works for me. So
especially when you have the pressure point thing sticking outward when it's supposed to be sticking inward to hit your pressure point. He had it on, and the pressure point was sticking outward. It wouldn't even do anything for you. And I said, you have to put it back inside. But I don't know if they've actually worked for me. I've taken Dramamine.
I just take Gravel for me.
Yeah, so I now and then I have a lot of other stuff there just in case I need it. I have ginger candy, so I'm really prepared now, like I wasn't before. So that was miserable. And Premier Cruise Line was an incredibly tiny ship. It was like a tugboat ship, but their food was amazing, and I never had a chance to enjoy it. So if you're not sure if you are going to be get seasick, make sure you're ready for it and prepared. All right, Brad.
Oh, we got one more.
Chop. Yes.
I'll say, like you mentioned earlier, he had a 3-day cruise and he didn't get to see the whole ship. So mine was trying not to see the whole ship on the first day, but that's based on a 7-day cruise. Because we've been on a couple of cruises, and the first day we're trying to see the entire ship. So it's like we're in a rush. We're not really enjoying it. A cruise, you gotta slow down and just kind of like take it day by day and just plan
Relax.
it out. I'll see decks 7 to 9 on this day and do this on that day. So don't try to rush and see everything at once.
First time cruising.
But that's based on a 7-day cruise. So a 3-day cruise, you probably would want to see everything. So
we do the open house, like for Disney cruises, especially because after that you can't go into the children's area or the teenager area. So we do that just so we could see what all that looks like and stuff, and vlog it if we want to for people that have kids and they want to see what's available.
that's
But other than that, we'll do it on our own time after that. So
I will say though, if you're a vlogger or just want to see the ship, what it looks like without people, like the first day is the best time to go.
Day, yeah.
If you want to film like a ship tour, you can film the whole ship tour on the first day. There's nobody around, so that's so. Yeah,
they're still coming on board and everything.
Yeah.
So some of the comments that people left on your page was Nick Anderson said when he was on the Koningsdam, which is the Holland of America ship, I was in one of their solo ocean view rooms, which is located near the waterline and forward. At night, the waves would completely. Are you laughing the way I said forward? At night, the waves would completely cover the window, and motion was awful. Now I book rooms higher.
That's Titanic.
Oh my God, I'm red. My face is red.
Is there another one? Gregory pooped in his pants, choosing to get an extra helping of dessert at the buffet instead of going to the restroom. Okay, that didn't happen, but I thought it sounded exciting.
Yeah, you're more liable to do that than I am.
That's funny.
We have 1 minute.
We have another one from John Hill. Booking a Mexican Riviera cruise during Easter week. I hate children. Tammy from Life Adventure Show said that her biggest mistake was not finding out how far things were, like when the cruise port, because she didn't realize where they parked, how long it was to get to the cruise port, and she had a long effort to get there, and it took a lot out of her. So not doing the research on that was.
Yep. Well, those are a lot of good ideas or good things of not to do that some of us have done before, and we've learned from it. So that's cool.
But we still keep doing it for some reason and never learn from our mistakes.
There'll always be.
There's always new ones to look forward
to.
Right.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us.
Yes,
we really
thank
appreciate
you.
it. We know, again, I keep saying there's other options for you to do, and we just love it when you guys are here watching us and for this hour. Chad, Cruisers, thank you so much for joining us.
Dilly, everybody.
Having us again.
I need to do when it's empty.
And there's so many
for us. Thank you.
There's so many of your followers in here, so thank you for having them come on to us. What would you guys like to say? Any last comments?
I just wanted to say a thank you to you, Derick and Greg, for being so supportive of the YouTube community and the cruising community by doing the Spotlight channel, featuring other channels, talking about other channels. We all, on behalf of everyone else, we really appreciate what you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a fun idea to do, just to get everybody's name out.
And thank you, Chris. You are more than welcome. You are a great guy, and whatever we can do to help support you. So you'll be at 1,000 in no time. But other than that, you guys, we are ready to go. We will have a Disney video. We went to, for Greg's birthday, we went to downtown Disney. There is no resorts. The parks aren't open. The hotels aren't open, but the shopping is. And we went to pick up some merchandise.
It's all about the shopping.
So we're going to be showing you what it looked like to pick up the 65th anniversary stuff, the social distancing, and what does it look like if you wanted to go down to shop at the Disneyland Resort. So that'll be this week. We're going to release that.
Next Wednesday is our Disney show. And that
Pepper Tree Villa.
That following set,
Pepper Tree Villa will be joining our show.
Oh, yes. And then that Saturday, I believe is a Saturday that will be with Jim on More Sunshine Please, talking about the 2 movie review that we've had to keep pushing back. So look forward to that.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night. I'm Derick.
I'm Gregory.
If you forget our names, it's okay, because I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Bear Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Jai Jai.